So yesterday we had our first Canyon Kids Club, and I gotta say it was really exciting. It was really great to see so many people come out and show up, but it was also really kind of surprising to see, or hear rather, that so many people were new to the canyon. What I thought I'd do this morning, Halloween morning, is do a little tour of the canyon, take some pictures, and share them with you to get you familiar with all the things pertaining to the canyon. This is Jamie's Way behind me. This is where we met yesterday, and this is where our next meeting will be. On Sunday at 10, we'll meet here and we'll travel down into the canyon together in the morning, hang out for about 30 minutes, and then go do whatever we like, watch some football or whatever. But I thought I would just kind of orient you, right? So this is Jamie's Way. I'm gonna take us next to the gathering place. I'm gonna travel through the canyon so you guys can kind of get a sense for what that looks like. So let's go check it out. For those of you that don't know, Jamie's Way is a memorial. It's a memorial to Jamie, who sadly passed away in a car accident many years ago. He was only 5 years old. So this here is the main trail down into the canyon from Jamie's Way. This little path here can be kind of steep, so I suggest you take it slow here so you don't end up on your bottom. Admire it. Yesterday we saw these bird feathers here, which was kind of cool. Don't know what bird they belong to, but maybe one of our naturalists here can help us find out what that is. So here's kind of one of the first markers, this little sewer marker, and it forks off here. If you make a right, that's towards the gathering place, the Manzanita gathering place, which I'll show you. If you go left, this will take you towards Azalea Park. So head this way, which is what we did yesterday, and you're heading towards the 15 freeway, which you can kind of faintly hear in the distance. Today, I'm going to take you this way, so you can kind of see where Manzanita Canyon begins for Azalea Park and the surrounding neighborhood. So you can see there's a lot of river rock here. This river rock here actually does get filled with water, and you do get kind of a seasonal creek when it rains. The Ocean Discovery Institute, which we're also headed towards, also teaches us that these waterways connect the city to the ocean. We should take care not to litter in them and keep them clean. Look at this giant eucalyptus tree here. Ooh, what was that? Could be a bird, could be a lizard, could be a rabbit. Here you see some old infrastructure. This looks like an old manhole, an old sewer hole. It's so big. So here we are approaching this gate, this large white gate that is basically where the beginning of Manzanita Canyon is, here in Azalea Park. Over here to the left we have the Castle neighborhood. This is all City Heights. Okay guys, so that was the stretch between Jamie's Way, where we like to meet for Canyon Kids Club, and this is the entrance to Manzanita Canyon. Really short hike, really pretty, really clean so far, really inviting. There's birds, there's trees, there's flowers. The birds are singing, it's so lovely. So now I'm gonna take you up here to the Manzanita gathering place. I know a few of you have been there before, but if you've never been there, I'll show you. It's just right up this hill here. Let's go. There's a quick shot of the Ocean Discovery Institute. There up there is the Manzanita gathering place. So many people probably drive past here and don't realize that there is a canyon here. This is kind of where the mouth of the canyon is. There's a drainage that is up here a bit along this road. You can see there's pretty flowers and things like that. As we get closer to the city, to foot traffic and that sort of thing, we sometimes encounter more trash, but we've been working really hard here to try and clear it out. So it should look okay. And it very much does. There's not a whole lot. Hey, what's going on, Cameron? I'm just doing a little video to promote the canyon. Here you can see a little bit of how the trash that is collected in the sewer, right, or that's in the street, when it rains, it comes to these sewer mains. They drain out to the ocean. The trash that collects here is a result of the trash that gets in through the sewers during like a rainstorm. This waterway here takes that into Manzanita Canyon when it rains. It's really beautiful, actually, the sound of the water. To think that there's a river back here when it rains is kind of cool. It's like a seasonal creek. By the way, that street up there, that's 43rd. You can see that there's little signs there. So some of the neighbors here made some cool signs. So about 0.8 miles from this point here, a little less than a mile, is Azalea Park, and I'll take you there in a little bit. But first, Manzanita Gathering Place. Hey, good morning. How you doing? Off to school? No. Off to work, maybe? Nope. So these little trails here, again, they're very clean right now, thanks to the neighbors that come through and pick up trash and discourage camping. But after all, this is a gathering place, so we want to encourage people to come and enjoy this beautiful spot. I've been told this big building here that's currently for lease will at some point in the future be occupied by a little bakery called Isola Bakery. They're rated one of the United States' best bakeries, and they're here in San Diego, and they plan to elaborate this building here into like a cafe, which would be great. And then this space here that leads up to the Manzanita Gathering Place is supposed to be a type of triangle park. Some of you may have heard some of the neighbors talk about it yesterday when we were at our first Canyon Kids Club, but apparently they're supposed to break ground here very soon. So as you can see, this is a big piece of land here that would be really great to make available and invite the children in the neighborhood to enjoy, and the adults too, because it's, you know, being in nature is fun and exciting and rejuvenating and medicinal. It's so great, right? So I'm gonna take a quick stroll over here just to see what's going on. So to my earlier point, closer you get to the street, sometimes you see trash, sometimes you see, you know, litter, which we'll come and take care of as a community because we care about our neighborhood. Good morning. So this is the Manzanita Gathering Place. It was built by the neighborhood and volunteers. Sitio de Reuniones, gathering place. Lots of sponsors, beautiful mosaic art, and then of course these really cool pillars with the canopies. And we got some solar lights even. I think those were donated by a neighbor as well. And as you can see, there's some really interesting, cool art here. And this place is a great place to come and sit and enjoy the sunset. The sunset's in that direction that the camera is facing, right over there in the west. You can also see the Ocean Discovery Institute again. There's also a school, and some of the people in the neighborhood use these paths to get to and from school. This beautiful mural here, made in 2018 by Gloria Muriel, Alex Banach. Thank you, Linda Pennington. Unfortunately, it's been vandalized a few times, but we get up close and we can still honor it. We can still see past the graffiti. And honor this space, honor this art, honor nature. So that's the Manzanita Gathering Place. Okay everyone, so this is the Manzanita Gathering Place behind me. I don't know a ton about it. However, it is something that was put together through funds collected, I think by the city and also by some volunteers and some sponsors. They put it together. Volunteers built it, and I'm sure there's photos that I can get from one of the neighborhood members here that knows a little bit more about this space. But certainly people here are welcome to come hang out, maybe come take a phone call here, maybe come do a little bit of remote work here if you're lucky enough to have that kind of a job, or even just come and enjoy the sunset together one of these days. In any event, that's Manzanita Gathering Place. Now I'm going to head in the other direction, so from the entryway here towards Azalea Park, so you guys can get a sense of where that is and orient yourselves a little bit for your next Canyon Kids Club visit, and maybe you want to explore on your own a little bit, and I want to encourage you to do that. So let's go check out the rest of Manzanita Canyon. City of San Diego open space is what this is designated. So this is for everyone, but there are rules. So I'm going to go up here to get a shot from the other side of the canyon, from the north side of the canyon, from our neighbors over at in Castle Park. So this isn't an official trail here, but it's certainly one that is accessible if you don't mind getting whipped in the face by a couple of branches here and there. This is actually someone's lot. This is someone's private property. I don't know the owners, but I have sent them letters. We've tried to keep this area clean and discourage camping here by coming and cleaning here often. And so this is the view of Manzanita Canyon from the north side, the north rim. That area that I'm pointing at right now, that is where Jamie's Way Trail leads you. down through there. Pretty cool. Let's go back down. You have to be careful. I have to tell you, it feels quite magical coming through here. Coming through these trees, getting a little bath, a little forest bath, so to speak. One neighbor told me recently that in Japan, doctors sometimes prescribe forest bathing. In other words, go outside, go be in nature, see if you don't feel better. All right, so this is the fork that we took last time to go east. Okay guys, so now I'm walking back to the fork in the road from Jamie's Way. So remember this guy? Okay, so from this point, previously we went east. East took us to the Ocean Discovery Center, took us to the Manzanita Gathering Place, towards 43rd Street, and the future location of maybe an Isola bakery, or and also the Triangle Park, I think is what they call it. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go west. West takes us towards the 15 freeway. It also takes us towards Azalea Park. So from Jamie's Way, we're gonna make a left here at the fork. So here's our fork. We went right last time. We're gonna go left this time. So going left here, we'll end up at Azalea Park. And some of this may look familiar to those who came to yesterday's Canyon Kids Club. While I'm talking about it, Canyon Kids Club is free. There is no fee, there is no registration, there is no sign up. Everyone who loves nature, loves to take care of nature and enjoy nature is welcome to come. So that way is towards the Manzanita Gathering Place. This way is towards Azalea Park. I don't want to walk on this river rock, so I'm going to go through these established trails here. So if I go straight, I end up in an established trail. And you can see there's a little fork here. So this is facing west towards Azalea Park, and this is facing east towards the Manzanita Gathering Place. Both really nice groomed trails with river rock borders that some other neighbors in the past had established and put down there for everyone to know which way they're going. Beautiful pepper tree here. So as we get closer and closer to the 15 freeway, it's going to become more audible, of course. In the morning, sometimes I'll see bunnies. Sometimes I'll see coyotes. Here we come to a sign that I didn't acknowledge yesterday when we were having our first meeting. As you can see, this sign clearly says Thorn Street and Jamie's Way trails are in that direction. Azalea Park Trail is in that direction. And on this side, what you'll see is another sign that takes us to Central Avenue Trail. And that's up this finger here, this finger off the canyon. And that goes uphill over to Central Avenue in Castle Park, City Heights. So we'll keep traveling west towards the park. Look at that beauty. Now, if you chose to stay on the river rock, you would come up through this way here. Choose the established path and you'll be better off. Your ankles will thank you. But by all means, explore. Just be warned. Okay, so we've come upon a quick little hangout spot. It's a very unofficial hangout spot. Sometimes you see people hanging out here. This is the area here that I'm talking about. So this little hangout area is frequented. It's pretty clean today, and it looks really nice actually. Definitely you can come down here and meditate if you wish. Just some logs to sit on, maybe do some calisthenics. But I thought I'd point that out. It's right here under this pepper tree, about halfway between Jamie's Way and Azalea Park. Some areas of river rock are unavoidable. So again, wear good shoes if you're gonna hike this trail so you can save your ankles. Or bring a walking stick. Walking sticks are cool. If you listen carefully, you can probably hear and see the 15 freeway now. And I gotta say, even with the noise of the 15 freeway, it's still beautiful. Feel the light coming through the trees. Amazing. Looks like they're gonna do some work around here. I see some markings on the ground. And up ahead, there's also another connecting trail for the neighbors in Castle Park over here to the north of us. And you have a sign, again, pointing you towards Azalea Park and Jamie's Way. And here are the stairs. I haven't been up these stairs in a long time. Let's check them out really quick. You can see that some of the tagging has been abated, which is great. This is a little bit of a detour. I just wanted to check it out and see what it looked like, because it's been a long time since I've come up here. Some restoration happening here as well. Ooh, look at that guy. Ooh, be careful with that. So this is another view of the canyon here. Let's go head back towards Azalea Park. Way easier to get down than it is to go up, that's for sure. Whew. We march on. So, we're approaching the 15 freeway here. The 15 freeway is loud. It is mighty. It is the border, the most western border of Manzanita Canyon. Manzanita Canyon ends here, but the trail does not. So this sewer drainage here carries that water on that starts at the very beginning over by 43rd Street and brings it here. So all the water, all the drainage goes from here and it continues on to Troyas Creek, collects there, and is out in the Pacific. Manzanita Canyon ends right here. You get to this sewer drainage. If you look left, you have another trail that has a chain link fence alongside it, and you're able to walk up this trail here and eventually end up in Azalea Park. Again, you're going to want to be careful here. Make sure not to twist your foot on one of these river rocks. Usually if you see foliage like this piled up around what looks like an entrance, it's to discourage people from camping in there. And it's usually because one of the community members found some kind of encampment or a frequent site of debris. There's some steps here that'll take you all the way up and over the ridge and into Azalea Park. This is another trail. I may as well show you. So following that trail up gets you to this little flat open spot where you can get a nice view of what's happening here. Let's go back down. And you see, we open up into this clearing. We get a little lower than the traffic and we got some trees beside us here. But there's the 15 freeway on-ramp from the 94, if I'm not mistaken. And check this out, we're at Azalea Park now. So here we are at Azalea Park. Big open space. Good morning. Big open space with lots of green, big pine trees. Look at this big open space here. So after hiking down Manzanita Canyon in a westward direction, you get to the end where you meet the 15 freeway and you make a left. You go up the rocks, up and over the stairs, and you end up here in beautiful Azalea Park. It looks spectacular today. I can't help myself. Gotta pick it up. I didn't bring my picker with me today, but it's just a little candy trash, no big deal. It looks absolutely marvelous today. The sun is shining. Oh, let's take a look here. City Heights Canyon Loop Trail. Check this out, guys. So here's the legend. This is a fantastic map. City Heights Canyon Loop Trail. There's Azalea Park. We traveled like this. We traveled this whole distance, guys. So we traveled from, there's the gathering place. We came on down. We took a look at some of the nature there. There's Jamie's Way. And then we headed this direction here. We even came up to this part here and said hi to that little trail. We got to the sewer. Came up and over. And now we're right around there. And there's more. There's more this way. There's also Hollywood Park and Hollywood Canyon that loop around and connect. Part of the goal with the Canyon Kids Club is to get children and their family members involved and community members involved with coming out to the canyons, exploring them, enjoying them, looking after them, and yeah, bringing more joy to the neighborhood with the natural resources that we have all around us. My name is Eric Salgado. I'm a neighbor here. I'm a community member here since 2016. I love it here. There's always been something magical about Azalea Park that called me here, and I wasn't wrong. There's lots of magic around us here. We've got lovely neighbors. We've got a lovely community. We've got so many people looking after one another, and I'm so proud of this neighborhood, and I'm proud to share the canyons with you through Canyon Kids Club. I hope you can join us. I'm going to try and recruit more people to come and join us on these little gatherings, because it's a good way for us to also get to know each other, learn each other's names, and really coalesce the community. So thank you all who came to our first meeting. I hope you guys can make it. We're meeting at Jamie's Way here in Azalea Park. So just go down into the canyon, hang out for about 30 minutes, and then be on our way. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me on this little tour of the canyons. Hope you're having a beautiful Halloween morning, and we'll see you guys trick-or-treating later today. Bye.